Hey guys, Chris here and welcome back to the Louse House channel. You may have noticed that I'm not in the FedEx truck, but in my room. That's because we have something very important to talk about. How much exactly and normally I make as a FedEx Ground Driver. Now pay seems to be a very popular topic on my channel. And for good reason. We use money to buy nice things, feed our families, and go on nice vacations. Now the real question is, how much do we really need? Is a driver salary enough? Does it pay more or less than my current job? And most importantly, will you be happy with this pay? In this video, I'm solely going to be talking about FedEx Ground. If you guys are here for FedEx Express, I briefly mentioned Express in these videos right here. Link is also in the description. We're going to be talking about a couple things in this video. We're going to go a little more in depth of how FedEx Ground works, how the contracting system works. Then we're going to talk about pay per day versus pay per hour, how much I make part-time, full-time with overtime, so you guys get all the ins and outs. With that said, let's get started. Let's start with how FedEx Ground works. One day, FedEx decided that the portion of their business should go to contractors with contracts. For reasons I don't really know. Now, FedEx Ground is made of two main parts. There's the home delivery side, which is what I'm going to be talking about, just normal deliveries. And then there's the line haul fleet, which is basically big trucks going from warehouse to warehouse. Now, in the beginning, FedEx really didn't know who to give these contracts to. So they gave it to the hardest working drivers, and then they would be contractors. These driver contractors would be in charge of purchasing trucks, hiring employees, and most importantly, making sure the packages are delivered on time. In my warehouse, there are approximately like 8 contractors, and there are 2 ways that contractors run their business. First one being, like I said, drivers that work for themselves, drivers that have done this before. You were once a driver, now you're running this business about driving. I like to think of it as like a small family business where you work close with the owners because they have been doing this for years. The second way the business can be run is when these drivers get tired of running the business and they want out. So instead of renewing these contracts for the next couple of years, they sell them to investors or other contractors that would like to buy them out. These investors pretty much become the owners and hire managers to run the business. I kind of like to think of these as more corporation style, where everyone just cares a little less. Now, which style is better? That's pretty much debatable. They both have their pros and cons, and it's really for you to decide. I work for the small family business style. It's kind of nice knowing that the owners had to go through a struggle as a driver, so they pretty much understand the struggle. Whereas investors, they don't really understand what it's like to be a driver. They're more into the numbers and the money-making part of the system. Since FedEx Corporation are paying these contractors, and let me just say they're paying them big money. These contractors decide how much you get to make. I wear all this FedEx gear, but I'm technically don't work for FedEx. I work for these contractors. And since these contractors are paying out, the pay can vary a lot. There are some contractors that pretty much just pay the bare minimum when you start. And then there are other contractors that will pay you just a little more so that you'll stay. And you'll also see that a lot of drivers will switch from contract to contractor, either because they didn't like their old contractor or they're getting a better deal with another contractor. Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about pay per day versus pay per hourly. Now, I pretty much went in depth with pay per day versus pay per hourly in this video. So if you want me to go a little more in depth, check out that video. So I'm just gonna briefly mention it here. Like I said before, contractors really decide how you get paid. Hourly, everyone understands because you get paid a fixed amount per hour you work, where that's $10 per hour, $20 per hour, $30 per hour. And after 40, you get overtime, which is 1.5 times your hourly rate. Pay per stop is a little different. You get a set amount paid per day, minimum usually being $130. And after 130 stops or 130 places you deliver to, it's $1 extra for every extra house you go to. The usual range for stops is I think the minimum you probably do 90 stops. And I've seen people do 300 stops. You could be making $300. The 130 minimum is pretty low for today's standards. With everyone increasing their pay everywhere, I won't be surprised if the base went up to $150 or $170 in the upcoming years. and after 130 stops, you get $1 more. I've been paid both ways, and I'll just say this. Hourly promotes their drivers to take their time to make more money. Whereas paid per day, drivers want to finish as fast as they can, trying to finish around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock p.m. and get paid a full day's worth of work, working only like 5-6 hours. Alright, now, here comes the spicy part. How much do I make as a FedEx Ground Driver? Now, last time I showed you how much I got paid in December, getting paid per stop or per day. This time, since my contractor changed from paid per day to hourly, I'll be showing you how much I make hourly at FedEx Ground. Now, this isn't really a flex. I'm not trying to flex. This ain't a humble brag. I just want to be transparent. I think I watch too many finance channels where they just reveal all their pay, so I'm doing the same. Also, keep in mind, I'm from New Jersey, and the pay here in New Jersey may be a tad higher than where you live, so just keep that in mind. I always want to let you know where I'm from so you can have an idea, because pay is different from everywhere, and then pay is different within contractors, so it's crazy. There's no specific number. Now, I'm sure there are a lot of you watching this video right now who make a lot more than me, and I'm sure some of you watching this video make a lot less than me. If that's you and you've been on the fence about switching jobs, maybe this will help you. So I've been working at FedEx for about 2.5-3 years. Man, time goes by so quick. And my hourly rate is, drumroll please, $22. Yes. Woo. And if I were to make overtime, 1.5 times that would be $33. So let's go into the app. It's called ADP Mobile. And we're gonna log in, use my thumb. Used to have iPhone, but I don't. And look, it greets me with a good morning. So yeah, you saw the time that I checked an hour ago, because I actually never really use this app. I just get paid and that's it. So yeah, let's look into it together. So here at the top, you can see it says clock, and this is pretty much how I clock in. As you can see, it says location, you're currently out of range, because to clock in, you have to be close to the terminal. And yeah, this is pretty much the app. And yeah, let's go look at some numbers. I don't know if I should show you everything. I guess I'll show you everything. Why not? Okay. So yeah, this is how much I've been getting paid this year. Let's say if you were working part-time. Okay, on February 11th, I worked 32 hours. That's like 4 days if you were to work part-time. There are part-time positions. Contractors sometimes need people just to do pickups or just to be a weekend warrior wherever they need. And that's what they'll hire you for part-time. And as you can see, in part-time, I made $716 gross, but the taxes killed me. So I'm only taking $571.12. This is what the taxes come out. You can see deductions, and yeah, that's my take-home pay. Okay, let's look for a 40-hour one. I guess this one would be the best right here. So this is from October 29th, 2021. Last year, I worked about 40 hours. You can see right here the regular pay, $880 I make. And the overtime is half an hour, $21. A little more than half, but yeah, $21. My gross is $901.45, but my take-home pay is $698.70. $202 were taken out of taxes, and these are all the taxes from New Jersey. And my take-home pay is like what I said. Yeah, so $700, that equals about $2,800 a month. So if you're getting paid less and you think you want to be a driver, hopefully this changes your mind. $2,800. I try to live frugal as much as I can, besides spending money on food and friends and going out. That's pretty much all I spend my money on. Besides that, I just sit home, play some free video games, play Fortnite. I don't know. I have no idea. And for those who are making more, then maybe you now you know how much I make. But hopefully you won't judge me for how much I make. Alright, and now let's try find one with the most hours I worked. December. You can see I don't really work that much hours. Or I don't have a lot of hours. Oh, right here. Let's go December 24th. Yeah, this one's a good one. So yeah, I worked 43 hours here. You can see The gross pay is almost $1,000, not quite, $991. And my take-home pay is $759.73. Most of the drivers here at FedEx probably work around 45 hours to 55 hours. I do not. If you work a lot more hours, you get a lot more pay. All the money is in overtime. Once you're at the $33 per rate, it's crazy. Now, I know a lot of you FedEx drivers are like, Chris, you only work 40 hours? What? For those who don't understand, there's this like culture of FedEx drivers that, like, if you're not working 45 hours or more, then like, what are you doing? It's just a culture here. I don't know why. For me, I used to be like that. I used to get sucked into that culture, but I came to a realization that I don't have really control of my hours. My boss controls the hours. I don't have any control of my hours. There'd be times where like I would be just sent home because they didn't need me, but I was supposed to work, and I don't know, that just made me upset. Which is pretty much why I started this YouTube channel. YouTube channel, I could work as much as I want when I want. I know I don't post too much, but I just want to give you guys the most quality videos, like I always say. So I shared my pay. I want to know what you guys think. Is it something you expected? Was it more or less than what you expected? Let me know in the comment. As for me, money is important, but it shouldn't be the most important thing in your life. I think the goal we should all strive for is to just be happy. Money can make us happy to a certain degree, but can also be detrimental. If you're working 7 days a week trying to get that bag, you might miss the more important things in life. Family, friends, personal growth, time are all things you can't buy with money. But hey, I'm not here to judge you guys. I show you my pay, and if you could just click that like button and that red subscribe button for me as a payment to me, I would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.